chat everyone and not transmission. So, spontaneous. Gonna see if someone awake. It's in the middle of the day here in Sweden, and it's Sunday. Soon my first vacation week is over, so we have to see how it goes. And the travel wanted to have some peace, so he said, "Go and do a live." So here I am. Just wondering if someone's gonna turn off because it's Sunday, it's in the middle of the day. People can be busy with things if they are living in countries closer to mine, or if they live in US, maybe they have party all night, I don't know. So they're still asleep, so gonna see who shows up or something. But I'm Sanniz, I live in Sweden, I live on the southwest part, and it's middle of the day, so. And if the light goes for us backwards, I'm sitting by the window, so it's not my fault. I'm not gonna start to do a lot with the ring lights and that type of things. And I'm gonna talk a little about golf stuff and other stuff. And yeah, we haven't done that much the first week at vacation. We've been to the zoo, we've been to medieval days in Bohus, and that was fun, but that day was very hot too. So I hope it's not gonna go too hot. Today is okay-ish. It's around 20-22 Celsius and a bit windy too, so it feels much better that type of way. So I like that way. And no one is coming to talk with me. I know that someone is watching, but they don't talk. And we're planning to do more things. I have some news coming next week, hopefully. Good news. But I'm not gonna tell anything yet because I need to sort some things out first. But at least it's something that makes me happy to tell later. So still gonna be a little secret. So, and I've been watching a lot of different YouTubers right now, of course golf YouTubers mainly, and yeah, it's a lot of discussions of different things, but I understand why too, because it's a very mad world we're living in. And of course, some things even make it worse if you're into some type of alternative scene, and we don't want that. Are you aware of the pop raft? What? I don't want to talk about that type of thing, so sorry if you can't come in and respect my live stream, so go, please, because this is a serious one. Hello, Jenny. Hello, Devil. We got someone here that is not respectful, I think, because you're not coming in and talking about that type of thing. So, I see Marissa is in. Because, hello Marissa, how are you? Is it hot in Stockholm? Or here is 2022 and very windy for the moment. So, and Trevor wanted to just relax or maybe even take a nap or something. And he knows that I want to do something. I was like, go into a live stream. The topic is everything that is respectful and mainly about golf, of course. But if you're not a golf, of course, you can talk about other things too. Or maybe from which part of the world you are from. I don't know. Hello, Katsai, and hello, Ballas. And I hope your day is nice as your eyes. Thank you very much. It's nice, but it's very early. I've been walking. Today I took a walk for 1 hour. And that was nice. I saw small rabbits, and I got a little petting with a little kitty. It was a very beautiful kitty, black and white. So I love that one. Hello, Jared. And I'm not Eldergoth, but I support my friends that are. So it's a safe place to be. Well, thank you very much, I'm in a completely messy situation. I ordered a nice lady from. If you order things, I don't know if you're just a troll or something, but go away. I got the ukulele at the boot sale. You play ukulele. Is that hard, Jenny? I don't know. Are you 60? Not really, because I'm gonna be 58, so it's still some years left, but not far away, so. Walking is the best, great for stress. Yeah, but I think it's nice to go, and I go out very early in the morning too, so it's not much people awake, really, and when it's a Sunday too, so it's not many people that are even gonna go to work. So I know that I can just walk and don't have a lot of people around me, and that's really nice because you can see so much more animals too if you like it too. So even when you come to areas with a lot of houses, so you can still see the wildlife. Oh, you're not good yet. I guess you can practice more, Jenny. So, Michael Miller, yes, I'm 57, but gonna be 58 in August. Sending golf hugs to everyone in the chat. Yeah, of course, Marisa, we're sending golf hugs back. And are you doing something fun, Marisa? I was thinking about I should put together some type of surprise for you. And I wonder, are you home the closest week so I don't sending something and you can't pick it up? That's true, still peaceful in the morning. Yeah, I do like to go because it's not much people around. The people that can be not good people to meet, you meet them mainly in the evenings and during the nighttime too. So it's better to go very early in the morning because even those people are sleeping back then. So you go into the gym in a bit. I wish I could, but there's so much people around, and I don't like to go when it's cramped. And it's a little funny when I would do my walk. So we have one distance when I go in my direction, when I go first the opposite, and then I go back a bit for that. And I'm gonna pass 3 different gyms. So it's really fun on this little place of town in the outskirts of the Borås. We actually have 3 gyms in the same road, but in a different distances, of course. Yeah, avoid people. I think that's better because it can be so annoying sometimes. And yeah, we went to the zoo yesterday. It was not that much people, but still too many people that don't care that much about the children. And our zoo, I don't think it's now worth the money to go there because you don't see much of the wildlife. And they put up so many playgrounds that is close to where some of the animals are too. So if there are animals that normally avoid people, you're not gonna see much. And I think, okay, you can have those type of things on the zoo too, but build in another type of area so you actually can see the animals. I want to see the animals. I don't want to see a lot of kids. Sorry. Thank you. Hello, Jenny. How are you? I think we have 2 Jenny now in the chat. So, how many years that you've been in your golf style? I should say that I was golf before I knew the word golf, and that was back in the 80s. So you can take a guess. And I never really gone outside that either. I have toned down some of the looks. It's not that extreme most of the times. When I was younger, especially in 2000, late 90s and in 2000, I was much more extreme all time, even at work. But after life changes and you need to adjust yourself to having a job too. So, hello, Sven Fox. Nice to see you in the chat. And I'm drinking something that is good for me. Pandy. Yeah. I think probably most of us should dress the same way even if you weren't golf, because if you like it type of style, you're still gonna cope with it no matter your age. It's just people around you that have their thoughts about what's okay and what's not. And I think it's ridiculous. Why should someone decide for you what you're gonna wear, in what age, and that type of things too? As long as you are clean, respectful, and all that type of stuff, dress as you want. If you want to wear makeup, wear makeup. And if you want to wear black, wear black. If you want to wear colors, wear colors. And it's up to you. Thank you much. So yeah. So there's a lot of things going on, and like I said, I hopefully have good news next week. I'm not gonna tell it because I already know part of the news, but I'm waiting for an important detail of it. So I don't want to tell something before that's done because I need to do more than one thing when I got that. But you can take a wild guess maybe what I'm gonna talk about, but I'm not gonna say too much yet because I haven't got the small details sorted yet. So, but I can promise you it's gonna be good news. At least we need more good news now because it's been so bad with some of the things. And yeah, that can put some of my plans for next week little that I need to play by the ears because I can't do exactly what I should want to. But at the same time, if I got the things sorted in the beginning of the week, that means that I'm free to do more, and there should be a lot of changes coming too. So Yeah, I really hope not, because I have hot flushes and everything like that, and I haven't had my period for years. If I should get something, it should probably burst out from the belly through my skin like an alien. Ghosts were called swampies back in the day in Australia. Love that. Oh, thank you very much, Marissa. Yeah, I really hope this thing's gonna go fast. I have already part of the things for this thing, but I need to sort other things, because it's another thing that I'm gonna follow that thing, and I want to have it sorted as early as possible, because then I'm free to do whatever I want. My last week of vacation is coming, because I only took 2 weeks this year. And in Sweden, I don't know if people outside Sweden know, we have often, if you are full-time worker, you have rights to have a vacation for 5 weeks. In most cases, we have something they call industry semester, industry vacation, and that is mainly in July. So now is the main high period for vacation in Sweden. But in some companies, you can't pick completely as you wish, because they need to sort that they have people that can all the work, because they're not stopping the production. It's not like factory work back in the days that were completely maybe stopped during July. So now it's a little different, but well, depending on where you live. And of course, you can take vacation other times too. Morning, Phoenix. How are you? I think I missed you, but I saw that. Yeah, there you are. So it's really fun that it's coming more positive things in my way. It's just the small details are waiting for, and that's gonna be fantastic. And Marissa, were you home the common 1-2 weeks now? So I know that, because I want to send something over, and I know that the post service can be arsy sometimes if you're not home, and I don't want you to miss out what I'm gonna send as a surprise. So I just want to know that you're home so I can send the surprise. And I wish I could send more surprises for my friends, especially the one that lives in the US too, but it's too much cost, and I don't even know how easy it goes, and I don't want my friends to pay to get my surprises, if you know what I mean. So it's ridiculous about these things, and it's bad enough that they now change rule from 1st of July here, because I live inside EU, that they call it, and that means that we're gonna have to pay more taxes for things. Things I think is under 150 euro. You have to pay 3 euro per type of items. If you're lucky, if you have, for an example, 3 of the same type of kind, you might have just to pay for one thing. But then you also have to pay a fee to the shipping company, and if that PostNord, that is like our Royal Mail or UPS in the US, so they are really shitty when it comes to the cost. They take almost around 18 euro just to make this process, and I think that's awesome, because it's a lot of money and they hardly do anything for it, and they're often very late with the things and things like that. That's good to know. Because then I know that I can put things together and send this little surprise. Devil, you just checked that. Hope you're gonna like it. Like I usually said, I'm a goth, not in just one box, and I'm not Madonna either, so Vogue, you know. But I think that's very much need to be said. Just because you're into something, you don't have to stick just to that thing. You do you, be you. And if you like more things, of course, you can like them too. It's just what you mainly want to be. And you can be more than one thing at the same time too. It's not impossible, if you know what I mean. So I don't like when people try to press people to be in a certain way, not even inside the Gothic subculture. We have people that try to do that, push people to be just one thing. But we are people. We have interest, and we are different. No one is the same. So we should be able to be a lot of different things too. So thank you very much, Marissa. Let's see if I missed something, because sometimes this go fast. Cost me £20 to send small parcels to my friend in Flem. Yeah, and I guess if you're unlucky, your friend gonna have to pay fees too, because often when I got parcels from UK, and Trevor's mom did this mistake this Christmas too, and she's a little too honest how much it cost and everything. So it ended up that we got a very heavy fee. We had to pay almost 1,000 Swedish krona, and I should guess that is around 80 British pounds. And yeah, Trevor was a bit angry. I was, of course, a bit upset too. But we can't punish her because she don't have all the rules inside her, and when the post office did like they did and everything like that, so of course she wanted to send the gifts, and we had to pay a lot to even get them. So yeah, it's about self-expression. So you're very right there. And see what they're talking about because I missed something. So, like I said, I want to do little different things. I was hoping to go more to Gothenburg. I was to Gothenburg for just some day ago, and we went to the places that we usually go, like the SF bookstore, and then we went to the British shop because Trevor wanted to see if they had any British items he could eat, or you know, that type of things that you can only get in Britain and UK. And sadly, of course, the most of the things he was interested in was sold out, so he couldn't get so much. I was surprised. It was one of the cheaper round over to the British shop too for us. Usually it costs a lot more, but if they don't have things, they don't have it, and they're waiting for more. So, you know, when the most people are off and they maybe go for picnics and that, of course they come in there and buy up a lot of things that I have. And if they live in Gothenburg, they have much easier to go to this shop too. And then we went to Grottica, and I tried to see after things, especially tops, because I think I need more tops. And I was also looking for tops that can work in another way when you don't want to be fully goth. You want to melt in a little with the mainstream people for different reasons. Maybe you go for a job interview or something, so you don't want to have too extreme or too noticeable, but still be you. But she didn't have my sizes. It's incredible to say. When I was younger, for some years ago, I had a problem to get the bigger sizes, and now she had a lot of bigger sizes, but not my size. So, and it's almost 3 years now since my surgery too, so life has changed a lot, and now I missed a lot of things. And I see Lucky. Hello Lucky, how are you? See, Jenny said I'm editing videos, and that I guess Jenny had to do a lot of like Starhaven too. You do a lot more videos than I do. I only do once a week mostly, if I don't do a bonus one, of course. And oh, that's so disappointing, son. I won an alien sex fin and then got hit with dude. And I know they don't. I think John probably didn't expect it to be like that, but that's the sad thing. They say that you should be able to get gifts from friends for a certain value, but sometimes I wonder because I haven't seen that. I never ever been without having some sort of fee on my gifts I got from friends. And I can't really, I'm too kind to tell you that I had to pay for getting my things. But I appreciate that they're sending me stuff, but that's maybe why I don't often are in competition too, because I know I have to pay for them. And see, I'm well lucky, so that's good. How are you? And fellow vampire in the chat, yeah? All vampires are welcome, of course they are. And if you just say X before, so it's not the right live stream for you, so then you can go. And be kind, we don't swear here to people. So if you're rude, just go. Because we need positivity. We need to have a positive channel. We need to have positive people. And if you're not feeling you fit in that one, go to one that you can be sarcastic. Go where you can say all the swear words and be a disgusting person. But here we are nice. How's your vacation going? It's going well. I only have 2 weeks and 1 week have already gone. But because I'm waiting for something, a good news, I can't plan that much for my next week. So I hope this part gonna be sold in the beginning. But yesterday we went to the zoo. That's why I had this extra video coming out. I was not including myself with that type of way of talking or anything. I just added it up like it was. And thought that maybe people should enjoy at least some parts of it. And the only thing I could say, I was a little sad that I will soon now be more like a playground with less things to watch when it comes to the animals. Even if they try to do some things better for some of the animals, so it's going less and less, and some of the animals are really hard to see. And if you put a playground just beside this place when you have animals like, for example, Wolverine. We was happy that they have a little, do you call it pups when they are babies that actually wear them. So I think that one was not afraid of humans, but normally they are hard to see. And we have lynx in that zoo too, but they are impossible to see, and they don't make it easy either to see them in another way. And just to see them filmed on some video in the thing you can go to, it's not the same like see them for real. I can go to other zoos that have done it very well. You don't interrupt with the animals, you don't disturb them anyway, but they have done different places where you can have so much bigger chance to actually see them, and even see when they have their small babies too. So you can see the lynx without the problem, for an example, that is very hard to see even if you're in the wildlife. So, and I agree, we only have good vibes, good vampire moods, good goth vibes, so, and good mainstream vibes too if you're not into anything of those, because we love everything. And yeah, and we have tried to start watching a TV series. I forgot what it was. It was something with a widow's bay or something. Seen 4 episodes so far. I'm not sure about that. It should be 10 episodes, but we have to see if we're gonna give it a more try. But it's a very slow story, and I don't know. Sometimes you need a story that can catch your interest, and if after 4 episodes it's still this, I'm not sure we're gonna continue feeling. So then you don't maybe want to watch the rest of the 6. So, but we have just got all the episodes from that we're gonna start watch. We have seen the other ones that been before, and gonna see if that's gonna finish it, or if they're gonna explain anything more about what happened in the earlier seasons. So, but I did enjoy from before, so yeah, the Victorian era goes well too. I love that too. And when we started the vacation, I was first thinking, even if I should go to the Subculture Festival, I was thinking first, should I go to the Victorian picnic? But that was a long drive, and this was a very hot day. We ended up on the medieval days instead, so it was good till my sunblock and my makeup and everything, and the sweat started to go into my eyes, and this thing. It was so hot that day. It was the warmest day in Gothenburg for the moment, or outside Gothenburg. And when we was sitting during the tournament, I was just feeling that it started to stay thirsty one night. I got the sun cream coming down in my face because I took SPF 50 on, because, you know, very pale blonde, so don't want to burn me on my skin, so I took that on. And yeah, then my makeup started to go away, or more or less melt away. And when I saw myself in the mirror, I was thinking, okay, a black metal person with that makeup look very proper compared what I looked like after being on a tournament. It was so hot, and it was sunny, no wind at all. So yeah, From looks very interesting, and I have seen all the earlier seasons too, and I hope that they're gonna explain a bit more about what's going on there. I'm not sure how many people that have seen From before, but I could recommend it too if you like that type of TV things with like zombie type of kind of things, and even when you come into a place you can't get away from, if you know what I mean. So, and yeah, it's interesting to see, and you're gonna see a lot of crows, ravens, and that type of things too. And don't go out after a certain time, then the horror starts. So yeah, what are everybody else up to then? I was hoping that we're gonna go, like I said earlier, back to Gothenburg, because we have little things we want to take a look at too. And I suggested to travel. I like old things too, and I like even military stuff too. And more of an interest, not military persons itself, but you know, when it comes to aircrafts and other stuff too. And in Gothenburg, because it's a harbor, they have this Maritima, and first they even have this old ship, very old replica, I guess it is, of Gothenburg, I think it's called, or something like that. And I would love to go there, and you can buy this type of pass thing that make it go even to another place that have more like the military side or other type of that, and you can even go into a submarine and that type of things. And that should be great if we could go there and go and check, because it's gonna be a lot of different boats and a submarine too, so that should be nice. I started watching the Cape Fear series last night. It's dark rather than scary. Dark in what way? And Marissa says, sorry beautiful, I'm going to have to go get to the gym. Big golf hugs. I will catch up with you later. But I have exciting news to share with you soon. Ooh, that sounds great, Marissa. Big golf hugs and enjoy your time on the gym. And I hope it's not going to be too hot for you too. So, and see what I'm sure YouTube doesn't want me to see my subscribers as yesterday. I kept refreshing my phone and was telling me that I did have no notification for 16 hours. I didn't know you were live until I put. Yeah, and I have seen that a lot of things going on with YouTube lately. Even when I put on that I should be told that someone have, most of the time it is coming a mail that they started, if I have missed that it started, but it's still a little bit delay too in that type of case. But also to some I have put that thing on and I don't even get that notification coming through the mail, and I think it's strange. And I try to see when my friends are showing up a lot of other channels, but not the channels I usually watch. And when I go to the main side, when I can have other type of channels too, recommended and that type of things, then suddenly I see videos from my friends that maybe been 1 up to 3 days old, and I'm thinking, I didn't see them in the feed for my friends, so why didn't it show up? So I understand you very much there, Lucky. And Disturb, I can't quit identity yet, lol. Jabber Bottom is very spooky in it. Swamp Fox, YouTube considered us fringe and weird, so that might be why they aren't notifying people. Maybe we're too weird to be notified, or they think we're ghosts, so we're gonna haunt our subscribers anyway, so they can't get rid of us that easy. You never know. But yeah, and I've also seen that some people now start to warn about the new things that will come on YouTube and can make it harder. So if you, for example, have that type of channel that don't show that much yourself, but you maybe have like this portrait landscape filming when you show things and you talk in the background, you might also lose attention from YouTube in that type of way. Plus all the channels that use AI too much, when you put together your video or do things with the AI, you might soon be banned to be shown too in that type of way. And I think ridiculous. We can't soon do anything. We can't talk about music. Yeah, and they even discuss if they're gonna allow to have those reaction videos too when it comes to music and other things too. And if someone have done one type of video and other is following the same type of step, if you do a video that is too similar to the first person that did it, that YouTube discovered and started to push, and they discover that you have a similar one, they're gonna drown your in the lower base, so you're not gonna be notified about your video because you're too similar to the other one. So it's gonna be even harder. And I don't understand it, because even if you talk about the same thing, we have different opinions, we have different ways to view everything on, but we still should have our right to express ourselves without being pushed down and not be visible in the feed. So it's very, very, very so if I miss a video you upload, I do apologize. I'm not doing much today, so we'll go check your channel to see if I missed any and we'll watch today. I have the Medieval Days is coming up today on my channel. It's coming up 6 p.m. UK time. So, but that is a long video too, so then you need to grab a snack or drink or something if you want to watch that directly. And it is the premiere, so I'm gonna be hopefully in the chat if YouTube don't do anything bad too. Because a few times this happens to me when it's a premiere and I can't even see my own video, and it feels so embarrassing because I'm there and I can see the chat, but I don't even know where I am in the video. And oh my gosh, YouTube don't let me see my own video. I don't know what's going on, but I can see the chat and I feel so embarrassing. And when I finally get into everything, then it don't even show from that part where people are, so it's so hard. So And yeah, the algorithm is very annoying nowadays. They don't really do it better. I have to actually type people in to see if they have done anything new. And that's really bad, Jenny, because we shouldn't need to do that. Because if we have put that, we want to have all the notifications and we want to see one thing. Why aren't they showing us that? Because that's our request. That's what we want to see, not what YouTube wants us to see. And I know, for an example, that I have all the goth YouTubers I usually watch and that type of thing. They are always on all notification. Then I have other channels I are subscribed to and support, but I take away so they don't gonna show me everything. But those channels always shows up. I don't understand, because it's not channels that I'm interested in to see everything on. I can go, if I have time over and I have already catch up with everything else, then I can go and watch those too. Or if they have something that I'm very interested in, then I go and watch them too. But it's so annoying when I have channels I want to see, I don't want to miss out and everything like that. And it's a little like Black Friday. When she say on Instagram, for example, I have a new video up or something, it takes days before it comes in my feed and I can even see it. I have to go through the link on Instagram to see it directly when it's up. And that's very annoying, because I don't understand why I am not allowed to see her video before maybe up to 2-3 days after earliest. So that's ridiculous. And sorry if the lightning go forward or backwards. It's the sun. It's the sun. I blame the sun as usual, because I was sitting by the window. So it's no ring light, it's natural light. So I feel sometimes someone is controlling YouTube and is trying to push us to watch what they want. Yeah, they probably try that, Lucky, because they want to have a certain type of channels. They want to make it like a Netflix, but on YouTube instead, and keep that thing. But I don't really get why they have done that way, because if people can't even have patience to watch a 10-minute video, how should I have patience to watch something that is longer, when they hardly sometimes even watch a full shorts that is under 3 minutes? You know what I mean? So it's ridiculous when they try to control that thing, because they can't control what we want to see. Yeah, that's very odd, Phoenix. I agree with it, and I think that's very strange. So sometimes I miss out my friends, and it don't turn up. And when it turns up just in the ordinary feed too, that is not with notification feed on, then I suddenly see my friends' videos there too, and I was looking, but that video I haven't seen. I didn't know they had posted that video, so I'm a little upset of that, because that means that I can't support in time. If I'm free and have time over, I want to be there. I want to be in the chat too, if they have like a chat going on too, because that means that I'm there, I'm supporting directly, and I also love that chat we have together with each other in that type of videos too, because it's so much more coming up. So if I had a chance in YouTube, I put up the chat bit after, when someone have a replay on it. So I like always to put on the chat too, to see all the comments, at least the one that shows up during the video. So you can see people are talking about everything during that type of thing. So you miss out so much. You miss out so much when you're not there in time, and that's annoying. Yes, when I just scroll the home page, it only shows me videos with a lot of views, not the small YouTubers. Yeah, and I think we should be able to choose what we want to see. It's one thing if you search for that thing, but it's the same when I try to search for certain objects sometimes, and others shows up someone that have a lot of views. Sometimes from a country that I'm not interested, because maybe I'm interested of something that is from Sweden. I don't want to see that type of object when it comes to US, because it's not gonna be in the same way, because it's not gonna give the answers I'm after, because I want the answers from Sweden in that case. Or I see a lot of very old videos, and I'm thinking there must be people that have done videos about that is much more newer. Where are they? And especially when you search on things like goth, for an example, and then it got all the strange things with those goth fetishizing type of channels, and I don't like it. I don't like how everything goes now, that they use goth for that type of things too. So I also think the algorithm doesn't know where to place us. As Goths, we talk about a wide variety of subjects: makeup, clothing, days out, shopping, history, etc. And the algorithm gets confused. Yeah, that's right. That's very true. Because YouTube want to force us to be just one box. If you have a travel channel, you only talk about travel. If you have an education channel, you're only gonna talk about the education and so on. So you need to be just one thing. But I am also a goth that refuse to be just one box. So I'm not gonna change myself. Why should I? Nightmare Bliss, my friend in the US, is just the same. She do very good videos many times. She do interesting vlogs too, and is very open with a lot of things. But she got so low views, and I think it's a shame because she really put effort in her videos many times. And I feel sad to see that not much more people are watching. And I'm wondering why? Because I've seen other videos that are very boring and everything like that, and they have thousands of shows, and I'm thinking, why? We are not more boring than those people, and why are we not getting the views? Good day from Australia, 52-year-old golf. Hello, hello from Sweden, and I'm gonna be 58 in August, so we're almost the same. Yeah, golf is not just one thing. I agree with that very much, Lucky, because it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Yeah, it's music based, but even that part comes from a lot of different elements, and golf, even as a music umbrella, is very wide nowadays. So why should we just stick in one box and inspiration and everything like that? Phoenix, they seem to want make people have multiple channels, and some folks, I'm only doing playlist videos for now until I get more subscribers. Yeah, that's what they want to, but I feel that why should I do a lot of different channels? It should be so much more hard work, and if you're gonna be a channel they want to lift up, you need to have a schedule that is going on more or less very similar all weeks and all months during the whole year, and to do a lot of different subjects all the time. And sometimes you have this like crossover interest. You can be like doing a vlog, and the vlogs is all about everything and nothing, and it could be about golf and it could be other things on the way too. Plus you are a golf person, of course. So it's very hard when they refuse to let us be us. We are free minds, we are free spirits, and we are creative, and we have a lot more interest in just one thing. So why should we be able to show it? And why should we drown in the feed just because it's on YouTube itself? And I've seen other people doing that looks overwhelming. Just popping to say hi, the different channels thing is annoying. I agree with you, Max. I agree. I think we shouldn't have to have multiple channels to be accepted, because I thought there should be. It's one thing if you're very good at just one object, like Tyke, my friend by Candlelight in UK, very good when it comes to the music things too. But of course he do other things too, not just that thing. So why should we just stop with one thing? That feels so annoying, so annoying. Phoenix, yes, it's crazy. They're probably trying to grow the platform rather than letting individual channels on here grow, which is counterproductive. Yeah, and I heard that even some people that is very big channels that talk about this type of issues and have to grow on YouTube or whatever they do. They're very big channels, but they also try now talk about this downside about YouTube, that it seems like YouTube don't really want to pay out for the videos for monetizing, and they're now gonna try to maybe take back some of that if you don't proceed in the same way like when you were monetized in the beginning. They're gonna take it away from you, and I think that's ridiculous. And I know already back in the days when they changed this thing, or even they have a community tab before, they have high demands of that too. But in some countries you could get it much more earlier. So like US, you got the community tab very early, was we other like in Sweden and other things have to fight and get up to a certain amount of subscribers. And when I finally reached that point, they suddenly changed the rules again. Oh, now you only need to have blah blah blah, and it was much less. And that meant that if it's been back then, I should have my community tab much earlier. And I think community tab is an excellent way to either shows what's going on in my life if I don't want to put up a video all the time about it, or if I want to show of inspiration, like music or whatever is going on, or like you want to have friends that have done something extra, I want to show their videos too, and go and check this video out with this person, like Eldergoth or Nightmare Bliss, Star Ravens, Gothic Eternity, Lucky, but Lucky is a little harder to show because Lucky, I can't tag you. I don't know why. I have tried so many times. I tried to copy the page and everything, and it still refused me to tag you. So I hope at least when the video is there, they can at least click on the video and go there. So, you see what to say. Phoenix sounds like they're trying to make it even tighter than it doesn't make sense to me. I know the business has changed, but still. Yeah, it's a little like they try to be like something they're gonna hit over Netflix and the other channels. But I think if they go back to how YouTube was from start, and some people think that they have even talked about other platforms. I don't remember one that I have seen, but they said this platform is so much better. Go there, you earn money from the first thing, you get monetized without having done that much, don't have much subscribers, and still gonna start earn some money. And I'm thinking that sounded a little too good to be true. So I actually Googled it and started to read about it, and it showed up that it was actually that type of channel that don't have directly any restrictions. That you have a lot of racism, and you have against LGBTQ and all this type of people, a lot of conservative MAGA people there, and so on. And people that are into crime when it comes to people, children, and even when it comes to fetishizing people. It's little like worse a bit than X have been when it comes to, as a platform. And I think, okay, I knew that it sounded too good, but why should I go to a platform that allow all those kind of things that is bad for other people and want to push them down and harm a lot of people in different type of way, and they think it's okay to get away with it. I don't want to have that type of hate people around me. It's bad enough sometimes when you have the troll coming into your videos or even into your live streams and they show up there, but to see that the most of the people in that type of thing is full of those, then I'm not interested. It doesn't matter that I can earn money from first time, even if it's not a lot, but I don't do it for the money. If I should do something for the money, then it should be another type of way, because I don't think this is gonna be a way to live with. YouTube have passed that stage, and I think a lot of the bigger YouTubers too now started to see that. So when they earn money on other type of things or other platforms, they have another type of getting out money for them. No worries, it's okay. Thank you, Lucky. I guess I don't understand why it's impossible to tag you. So, have you ever screenshot your analytics and asked the ChatGPT to advise your? Yeah, but remember, ChatGPT is still AI based, and if you got too much of that type of help, YouTube have people that are into that say that YouTube gonna start changing a lot, even when it comes to when people use too much AI. It come even when you have produced your video, you have used too much AI in it. When you do your videos, if you do like films, or if you do maybe even your pictures, can in the future be something you're gonna be banned of or lose your monetization for. So be a little careful what's going on, and don't trust ChatGPT too much, because it's an AI based thing too. So it's kind of like of Spotify harming the small independent bands and not paying them. Yeah, but at the same time, remember that Spotify can also be one step out for the people that can't discover things, as long as they still are on the platform. For me, Spotify is the only way I can actually afford to listen to a lot of bands if they are on Spotify, because I can't afford to go and buy. I don't have any system where I can save the music if I bought it. And I also seen that this now started, even when it comes to that type of thing, is in gaming, it's in everything. They now started to change the rules there too. So if you have bought your things and you bought them from some type of a platform, especially the gaming ones, they're now gonna say you're not longer gonna own your things, and even if you had already paid for it, you're gonna lose it, because it's movies, it's gaming, it's whatever, it can be music too in the future. So you're gonna lose your rights for what you have paid for. So it's not gonna gain us, it's gonna gain the companies that is behind it. But I think like Spotify and other things. I don't know all the different things you can have for. It's a one way to discover music, and if you have money over, maybe then you buy directly from Bandcamp or something and support the artist directly. It's not like YouTube was in the start. You discovered something, you maybe went to Kazaa or whatever you used for download your things from, and downloaded it and was listening it. I like this album. I like it very much. So I'm gonna buy it, and then you try to find out how can I get it. So for me, it's also a way to open the eyes for new things that people maybe have missed out. So it's not just bad things about it. Yeah, it's bad that they don't pay enough and earn so much on everything. But at the same time, we need to remember that there's a lot of people that don't have the money. So they need another way to discover things too. Hello, Robert. See, I don't put AI in my videos, it's all me. Yeah, but like I said before, Jenny, it can be even on your pictures. If you use AI to do your, you know, thumbnails and that type of things, in the future, that could be a problem too, if I understand it right. I don't know how far they're gonna go, but they had talked about that, so it can be a lot of things. Even the AI music I use, sometimes they have put down my own lyrics, but AI have done the rest. So that could be also a problem in the future. We don't know how long it's gonna be, but they're gonna discover everything. So we have to see how it's gonna change. Gonna see what Robert says. Best way to consume media is physically. That's yeah, but not all people have the money or the space for it either, Robert. So you need to remember that. And I think the most people should want to have that thing, but the world has changed, and there's plenty of people that actually fight to even have food on the table, to have a roof over the head, and that type of thing. Even if you work full time, you maybe have more than one job. So don't judge people because maybe you can afford it for the moment, but one day maybe you can't, and you are in the same position. So maybe those things are the only thing for you to discover. I should cry if I don't have money enough to even pay for Spotify, because that means that I can't listen to the music I love, and I don't have computers that have that much things, and I don't have the money to pay even for Bandcamp to download the files. And if they change the rules in the future and they say, oh, even if you have downloaded things, you're not gonna own it, we're gonna take it away from you, and you're not allowed to use it, you know. So we're gonna see. Max, there's been major backlash with PS5 not releasing CDs for their console. Yeah, and they also, I think, is one of the things that this now started with the different gamings too. That I'm not a gamer, I could say that, but at my work we have things that have to do with gaming too. I don't work with that part, but I was seeing the news and about it, and people are very angry now because even if they have downloaded, it's like some people even have bought movies, and you have that in a similar way like on Spotify, you pay for your things, you have paid for the different movies, and suddenly they decided we take away that movie, we don't want to have it, and you don't own the rights anymore to it either, even if you already paid for it. That's stupid. If you paid for it once, you should have it as it was. They shouldn't be able to take it away from you. Phoenix, I agree that AI can be limiting, especially with the changes in rules, etc. However, AI knows how other AIs work, so I can see the logic of that. Yeah, they can really see it. And someone asked me if I'm married. I'm not married, but my other half is in another room. So I have a guy in my life. Yeah, I know they're releasing them and that, but I'm not sure they are on Spotify, but I have to see. And some folks, they use Bandcamp. It is more expensive, but I like supporting artists, like so make it work. Yeah, but I have noticed the difference too when it comes to money, because for a lot of Americans, some prices don't seem that high. But you remember, in all countries, the volume is not worth the same. For me, it's much more expensive. You're gonna pay in the same way like Americans do, for an example. So I can't afford it, and I don't have. I'm very limited how to have it. I used to collect vinyls, so that when I was younger, but after a very bad divorce, I had to leave everything behind me. It was rather try to keep as much as possible, or maybe not being here. So I actually chose the life. I chose to be here. So that was a lost. I lost a lot of photographs and that type of things too. That was very much worth of me. It was with my dad. It is dead and everything like that. It was pictures from me when I was young, like a baby, up to when I was extreme goth and that type of thing. Before we had all the very good cameras in our phones, so we maybe don't have photo albums and that type of thing. So I lost a lot of those things, but they are not worth the same like being here. So I had to sacrifice something, and I did collect a lot. I have a lot of, I preferred vinyls back then, but I had so many CDs too, and I was collecting a lot of DVDs too, a lot of horror movies and other things too, and books. I had them in the basement, but for just some months ago, Trevor and I decided that I'm not gonna keep them. It's just taking place. We don't have room for it. We don't have anything to play it up with, so I gave it away to charity instead. So, and here I will replace everyone eventually. It might do, it might not, because there are some companies that are now discovered that I actually can't do anything, and they need to take in people again, and they thought they should get rid of them just because of that. But it showed up they still need humans in the end, and it can be a lot more humans than they're expecting for. Obviously, not everyone can afford it, but I'm just saying if people have the option, yeah. But I think the people probably should have done it. So it's nothing we need to tell people to do, because I think they still should do it anyway, Robert. So don't be too aggressive on that type of form, because I think most people, if they're honest, they want to own the things themselves too. Everybody wants to have those things they love, but if you can't afford it, you have to do the best of the situation. In the end, if you got the money over and you discover something good, you might even support them with just that thing if you discover it's worth it. So I like the stories found in games though. Yeah, some people do, but I'm not a gamer, and I really hate gaming. So I was more like into pinball machine when I was younger. So, and I'm that old. So when they started with the computer games, this was Amiga 2000, and before that was C64, Commodore C64. So it was not that advanced games. Then I could still see Commodore C64. I still like to play because it's not that advanced, and you can just leave it if you don't want to play more. It's no harm done, so you can go. But when it started with Amiga 2000 and more, I was not interested anymore, because I thought those games were so fucking boring. Sorry, I'm a person that loves to do things in person, more physical. So. Robert, they only let you buy stuff on the platform, and you only own IP address. So if you move house, you no longer own that game. Yeah, but in the future, you might not even own that, even if you live in the same place. That's what it's all about. So, and even when it comes to movies, you could download them, burn your own CDs, but that's probably more expensive in the long run, depending on your library. Yeah, and it's still a little about, do you have place for it, and do you have, and you know what happens even with burned CDs? They go bad after a while. They are not for lifetime, so it's not gonna help in the end. Hey, I mean you. Welcome here. Giving this 2000 stars. So thank you. I guess you receive non prime, but know that unless I get it on physical media, I don't actually own that. That's true. Yeah, and it's a lot. And I'm gonna see what people say. I'm gonna try to read see the cost. The bank I paid 20. That is actually really a lot of money for me. £20 is a lot of money for me, because if I should break it down, 200 is, what can it be? It's like 240, 200, maybe even more, maybe up to 280 Swedish krona, and that should actually made almost a fourth of a weekly food shopping and other things we need for two persons. So you see, that's a lot of money for me. So, and sorry to hear that, Sanniz. Yeah, thank you. Things happen in life, you know, lucky we can't always that. Oh gosh. Yeah, I used to get a lot of music ordered in Germany. CDs are cheaper, but when they scratch, they don't play. They don't really need to scratch either, because sometimes CDs went very bad in the quality too. So they could be good one thing and then suddenly stop, especially the one you burn yourself too. So, and I never liked CDs when it came out. They always said, oh, it's gonna be so much cheaper than the vinyls, and then end up they were not cheaper. They were much more expensive in the end. Yeah, euro is more than dollar too. I think it's only because what's going on in US. So, and the British pound is more too compared with the dollar. So, what do you like about bands like Ghost and Iron Maiden making a phone-free zone at the gigs? It depends. But I can understand that thing because it's some artists that is annoyed, and if you're only standing like that and maybe do it, but sometimes you want memories too because maybe you not go often enough for concerts and that type of things too. So don't forget that it's different reasons. But if you want to earn money on it, then maybe it's a bad thing too. But the phone shouldn't take over what you're doing. You should live in the moment too. So I'm just saying, but I can't say what I'm gonna do when I go for Sisters of Mercy in November. Maybe I'm one of them that's standing with the phone because I love Sisters of Mercy, but I also want to catch a moment. But usually when I film, I actually have the phone, just check that I hold the phone in a certain way, and then I check myself. But I can also be, okay, like when The Cure or something were playing too. I didn't film everything, and the last time I went to Sisters of Mercy, I didn't film everything either because I'm dancing and that type of things too. It was the same when I was to Subculture Festival and watching Lebanon Hannah where she passed away and you name it. So I did it not just film, I was doing other stuff too, having fun and living for the moment. You think euros and pounds are very close, and not that close. It's still more value in the pound. The pound is the more expensive if you compare. I could say that the euros is around equal, 1 euro is equal almost around 10 Swedish krona. So that is much more easy for me to know the pricing. It can be a little up and down. The dollar is close enough to 10 Swedish krona too because it's been very vague, but it can go up. But I think at least around 14 Swedish krona for 1 pound. So yeah, but it's still a very strong value in the British pound, Robert. So you don't have to be worried even if you did Brexit and everything like that. Noon from Sweden. I like the little old slappy. I don't know what you mean by that, so I hope it's a respectful thing and nothing bad. But like I said, it's so hard because people forget that the value of money is different from country to country and which part of the world we're living in. So even when people in US say that things are cheap and I heard the price and I think, oh my gosh, that is not cheap, because I almost immediately thinking of how much of the weekly food shopping and whatever we need for 2 people are taken from that number. And then I say, oh, it's not that cheap. It's very expensive, really. Have you had any heat waves in Sweden recently? Yeah, during the medieval days it was very hot, and that video is coming up tonight, 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. Swedish time. So, and the tournament was terrible. It was so hot. My sunblock was running into my eyes. My makeup started to melt, and that ran into my eyes, and it was so hot. And this saying it's gonna be hotter now again. Now it's around 2022, and it's a very windy day, so it's okay. You should go out. But they say it's gonna go up to 30 degrees again, and some people maybe laugh, but we have very humid air too together. So, and it's very hot inside. We don't have air condition, and when our flats are going hot, it takes days in bad weather, cooler weather, before they go back to more normal. So having a flat and we're coming up from a certain temperature outside, I think it's too hot outside, and then going into the flat, and gosh, it's even hotter in the flat, if you know what I mean. And when you have a fan on, it's just warm air going. It's warm air. So it's terrible, and try to sleep in it is terrible. You need to drink much water, Robert, and see that you have that type of minerals and salts in your body too. So I don't think it's right to say that about people that don't have like a normal BMI. I didn't have normal BMI 3 years ago, and I should never dream about telling people that is a good thing, because everybody thinks that if people are overweight and they are lazy. You don't know what they have for. I don't think that was a nice comment at all. So I think you should behave, drunken donuts. because that was not nice. It's not what my channel is about either. I was a much bigger girl for just 3 years ago. And it was not because I was lazy or eating wrong or something like that. It was because of sickness. And I needed a complete surgery to change that point. So, bad boy. And not all weight is water too, so. And if you just lose water, that don't mean that you have loosened weight. You just lose the water in your body, and that could be really bad for you too. So remember that before you judge people. Yeah, but it sounded very bad for me. It sounded very bad. I don't think that people should discuss weight, because you don't know what's behind it. And if someone is happy, can do whatever they want, let them be what they are. It's not our problem. If they have a problem, it's their own problem. And if they want to solve it, they solve it. Just realize we are different. Like goths are different. Not one goth is like the other one. It can be similar, yes. But we are not exactly the same. That should be so boring too, so. Are you Christian? No, I'm not Christian. I'm a pagan. I lost a lot of weight over the years though. And yes, I was huge. I lost 12 stone. That's good of you both that you have succeeded with it. And I think people forget there's so many different reasons why people gain weight and have trouble to get off. But the most of people always tell people that, oh, you're eating too much, you're eating wrong, and you don't exercise enough. And people are also starving to death just because they have that, or they got all the eating disorder after a while. So I don't think it's right to start telling people that way. Yeah, they're always quick to shame others, but they don't know the background story. They don't even know the health story and what's behind it. So yeah, I know what you mean. Like, yeah, I do hate food sometimes, and little like when it goes to hot ice too. I do hate eating warm food. I like cold food. So today we actually bought salads outside because no one of us wanted to do the cooking today, and it's vacation too. And we know a week from now we are standing there and doing food preparation for a whole week. Yeah. So Trevor usually do it on the Saturday, and I usually do it on the Sunday. And you're gonna do food for the whole work week, and it's so boring. It's so boring. Do you find it annoying that TikTok is trying to make all of the ghosts the same? I don't have TikTok and I don't watch TikTok, but I have seen people talking about it and taking clips from it. So I know what you're getting, and I think it's boring because we are not just the same. It's a little like when they try to fetishize us or say it's just about the look or whatever. When it's from beginning is the music based, but even the music is different. Not every goth like exactly the same. Some people can like everything, and some people just like a bit of it. But we are still as much goths like the other one, even if we like one part of the umbrella. So yeah, so sometimes it can be. I usually say, as long as you love the music as a base, it's okay for me. Then you can do whatever you want. If you want to look goth, if you know goth can have a look, because go back to the 80s, go back to the late 70s when it started to come, you're gonna see that not everybody looked the same, and you say, yeah, they did a lot of more do it yourself. Yeah, but it can also be we didn't have internet, we didn't have the shops, so what should we do? We have to do something. We had to be creative, and a lot of us still are. And I shouldn't judge anyone to buy things that are ready-made, but I also want to challenge people to try to do something sometimes. It don't have to be something big or complicated. Just do something, and you're gonna find how fun it is. So, oh, I think I missed something here from Robert as usual. There's a band from the 80s called Crash from the UK, and they were basically and lived in a small community, but they were upper middle class, so they could afford to do that. Anarchists. To live a completely anarchist life is actually a privilege a lot of people don't have. I wish people on TikTok would realize it. Hello, Habitulali and some folks. As much as I like a lot of those punk bands, you're right, Robert, it's not realistic being an anarchist. I think we all have to stick to what's realistic for every person. And if different reason you can't do it yourself, I have days I can't do full makeup. Today I decided not doing an extreme eyeliner, for example, because my hands were. I even struggled to do my eyebrows today. And I could really see how my hands are going out. So today is not a good day for brain surgery. I don't work with it, so lucky you. So because I have fibromyalgia and I have a finger handicap from an accident, and that means that I don't have the power in the finger grips and that type of thing. And you don't know, and sometimes you need to have it, and even sewing and that type of things by hand can be very hard. So, and you need room for it. It's not just start doing something and you don't have room for it either, especially if you live together with people. They don't want to have your things all over the place either. It's one thing if you live in a big place, you have your own room for it. Yeah, go ahead. But that is a privilege too that not everyone have, and it can be expensive to do it yourself project nowadays. It's not that easy to find it for a good price. Even thrift shopping is very expensive, and you pay overprices. I go to the apps, check for things, and I see that you even have to pay more than you had done if you bought the same brand from a sale from that brand. So it's ridiculous. So telling people that they are not goth enough because they don't create their own stuff, that is bad too, because you don't know what's going on in that person's life, and do-it-yourself project can be very expensive too. It was when during the 2000s I actually sewed my own courses over for a while, and it was people that said that they wanted me to do them for them too. And I had my problems with my fingers, and it took time. It hurt me. I had so much pain in my hands, and I said, you can't afford to do it because even the fabrics itself and everything I needed for it, it's gonna cost so much more than go and buy a fabric made. And then I still haven't taken any pay for the time I put into it. So people forget it. It's not free, even if you do it yourself. So, and that's all. What is Phoenix going? Yeah, have a nice day, Phoenix, and hope you see you soon too. So, I left the Facebook group I was in for ages because every time I posted something, someone told me I was the real goth for saying that, and I was, what's a real goth? Yeah, and I think it's really funny, Jenny, because we are from Generation X from the beginning when it started. How could it tell us we are not goths? We were there. Was they? Were they? I don't think so, because often it's youngsters that decide everything like that, and they also want to press you into one certain box. It's moment of bye-bye. Okay, bye, Robert, and have a nice day. If you are going, I don't know if you went. Yay, do you know anything about magic or demons? If I do, I'm not gonna tell about it here. It's other channels that are much more better to talking about that. And I know that Oh My Goth sometimes had live streams with witches, so I guess Oh My Goth is a better channel for that. Maybe when she start that thing again. So, and thank you very much that you love my eyebrows. Usually people hate them, and I got so much hate comments about them. So, but I don't care. It's my way to doing my eyebrows. They look similar every day if I don't do another type of eyebrows too, and then I do them even more extreme, because that's me, and I just wash them away. I think what's happened as Generation Z has become very obsessed with politics, so they think that goth should be about politics more than music. Yeah, but goth is still about some type of politic thing, because that's the way it started, but not politic in the way that some people think. It's more about the respect and that people should have the same possibilities and that type of things, and not having those people that try to destroy the ordinary people, if you know what I mean. So it's a little like the punk. It was the same type of thoughts about it, and I think that's why they have this creativity coming too, that because we couldn't afford things and we couldn't find things, so we had to do it our way. So thank you very much. I went purplish today. Purple. We all like the same music at the end of the day. Music is the most important thing. Yeah, I couldn't live without music. That is the most important thing in life. If you have to pick something, yeah, that is not your partner and that type of things. If you're gonna choose something you can't really live from day to day, or at least for a longer time, it should be music, because that's what makes me go away, to listen to music. And of course, as a goth, you can listen to much more too. And for me, some music is also mood inspired. So if I'm in a certain mood, I put on that type of music. And I'm a sucker for the 80s too, but it's not that strange. I lived through the 80s too. Don't forget that. A lot of Gene that grew up in lockdown. They never had the opportunity to go to clubs, so they didn't really socialize. They just found out about subcultures through social media. Yeah, that's interesting. But I have seen also clips from other clubs. Not all, but I have seen clubs and other type of bigger meetups, and it's actually sad to see that people don't really do what we did. We didn't have the mobile phones and that type of things back in the days. So we really was talking with people. We had fun together. We were talking, we were dancing, doing stuff. But now they don't do those things anymore. And if they are that, they're standing with their phones and messing each other with their phones too at the same time. And I'm thinking, okay, you're standing 2 meters from that person, and you still have to message that person through the phone, and you're out on this club, and you should have fun and enjoy the time. Dance, dance and have fun. Sing with the songs. Enjoy. So I think it's a little sad that it's gone that far. Some people think that they need to use the phone all the time, so they forgot how to actually talk to each other's person to person. And I think that's what people need to learn. It's so much about phones, technology, and AI and that type of things. We actually forgot to be humans. That we are humans with different interests and different perspective on things and different tastes, different way to express yourself, and different talents. Because I think everyone have a talent, at least one. It's just that we need to discover our talent too. So. In all fairness, it's hard sometimes to socialize in a club because the music is loud. Yeah, but remember back in the days, we still did socialize, even with very loud music too. And I think maybe the newer clubs have built that away, but we used to have areas where we could sit down, like a lot of people together, still be able to listen to the music, sometimes even maybe see a bit of the dance floor from where we were, but we could still chat with each other without problem. Yeah, the music could still be loud, but it was like a little own area. And I think that's more perfect. And you can now also go outside or something and get some fresh air and something and talk. Back in the days, it was often the people that was smoking that was gathering outside. And sometimes you had more people outside than you have really inside. So, just saying. That's why I wish there were more golf get-togethers outside clubs. Yeah, but you can always arrange that. We used to have different picnics and that type of things that we actually was outside. We were meeting up outside. We have someone had some of the boom, or whatever you call it, and we played our tapes on the CDs, and we could sit down, have something nice to eat, something nice to drink, and just enjoy the time. Some people even brought some games with them so we could have just fun. And we were still dressed up and everything. We had a whole, like we should be not for a club, but we still there and have so much fun. But nowadays it's hard where I live to actually find goths. And I was actually a little happy when I went to the medieval days. When I saw some people in the crowd, it was mainly little younger people, but I actually spot some goths and that I know they were goths because the way they were dressing and tattoos and everything like that. And so you could see they were goths. And they didn't hide it, and I thought that was wonderful to see that actually for first time for a very long time I saw it. But I'm a bit shy outside when it comes to strangers, so I didn't go there and talk with them directly. It was a girl that came with a very alternative style too, but she was more white and pink. And if you think about those, not Gothic Lolita, but there are other type of style that also is little like this doll type of look. And she was really beautiful. And I actually went to her and said, "Oh, you're looking wonderful. I love your outfit." And she was surprised because she's not used that Swedes do that. But I felt that I needed to go and tell her because she was looking incredible cute. So yeah, we should take breaks sometimes too. So sometimes I feel humans and internet weren't meant to be as we seem to want the days back when there were no internet around. I agree with you there, Lucky. Sometimes it was so much better and it was much more easier to connect with people too, and people were not nowadays there's so many people that are so bullying. I think the internet bullying have escalated, and they think they're safe to sitting behind a screen and they can just focus on one thing. It can, for example, be my eyebrows or my age, or they think I'm looking ugly, or my friends, they jump on them and say something stupid, and they should never dare to do that face to face. I have never been outdoors, going on a street, and people jumped and say the same thing. Yeah, back in the days they could have screaming like a Satanist and that type of things, or are you emo or whatever. But that was the worst as it could be. But nowadays, when you are on the internet, they think it's okay to do all that type of comments. It can be everything from age, your look, or whatever. Or they think someone is too big or too small. But one thing we can agree about, for those people, you can never be perfect. You are always wrong in some type of way. So they're always going to find something that is wrong. But I don't think people should look at each other that way. We should lift us up. We should be positive. We should show everybody what the good things are. So everybody should feel happiness for being who they are. Everybody should be comfy and be who they are. They should be accepted to be who they are, as long as you don't harm others and respect the others too, and know that we maybe don't have to think just like 100% all the time, but we can still be ourselves. Some folks, yeah, that try to figure out way to socialize in loud environments. Yeah, and like I said, do a picnic, do a gathering outside. We don't have to stick indoors. I think John is a perfect example going outside, and he actually have this walking group too. And if John, for people that maybe don't follow me, he goes under the health anarchist on YouTube. They actually have a group sometimes with alternative people, it's goths, it's punkers, and that type of thing. And they're actually out walking sometimes together outdoors. And that's really fun to see. And they go for a longer walk, and if they hit a pub on the road, they go there, have a nice day, and just chill for a while, and then start walk again. So you see, you don't have to be on a club all the time either. So you can actually find your own way. But the hard thing I think today is to actually have people to meet you up in person, because I think many people are terrified, because there's so many people to judge you nowadays. And if you just look to how people behave on the internet, so of course that can terrify a lot of people to actually dare go out and dare to meet up. And then you have sometimes even ageism. And in Sweden, it's a lot of people that judge you, not just when you come to work, it's even when you are alternative. You can't be alternative after a certain age, and I think that's wrong. Why shouldn't you? I love to see those posting on Instagram when you see people that are up in 80 years old or 90 years old, and they dress however they want and do whatever they want. They live their lives. They are happy. And still people judging them in the comments. Why? We are all different. I think I'll start something local outside the clubs in my area, but you're right, it's not always possible to do that. Yeah, but you can at least try. So if you have any chance, at least try once or twice and see how it goes. Maybe you find really good people that miss that point of life too. And see what, like, someday I get forced of getting rid of my phone and walking away from all of it. But then at the same time, some situation with the way life is going, you seem to have a phone. Yeah, in most cases, you really need to have a phone, and everything is connected nowadays when you're gonna do things, even when it comes to do important stuff for your life. You're still gonna need a phone, so you can't really get rid of it either. And for the few ones that have, I know people, very few people that don't have one and never had one, they do struggle now because more and more it's going wrong. You can't even have the computer as a help for some situations. You need to have the phone. So even that person now start to struggle. So his leader said that everything is around the mobile phone all the time. I don't know what you're talking about, but if that's bad, you have to go. There's a steampunk group that meets in my area that I was thinking of starting to attend. Obviously not golf, but at least I would get socialized with other alternative people. I think that could be excellent, some folks, because even if steampunk is not the same, they are so creative, and I bet they are very nice people too. So I should go. If I saw them, I should go. I have been to, for many years ago, to Gothenburg, and I have this sell things with stalls and gatherings. So that was really great to see this. It was just for steampunks, and everything they did, it was so amazing. So I run golf events in my area. I know you do, Jenny, and you're very lucky to have that kind of things around you too. Robert, you have people who have never stepped a foot into the club but still judge others on how goth they are. You have a lot of people who probably think that they are experts because they read the Wikipedia entry, but they never actually done anything in their lives. Yeah, it could be like that. And I know I have done my part of life, even if we don't have clubs and that. I hope that one day it's gonna work, but it needs to fit in your own life too. And when the alternative nights is during working days, it's not gonna fit for me. That I know for sure. I'm not 20 years old anymore, and I have to work there. I need to be able to attend that without cause any risk for accidents or accidents on the road because I'm too tired or whatever. So that's sadly when everything like that is in the wrong days too, if they still have things. And sometimes it's very expensive too, so. Always loads of steampunk events on, but no one ever does goth ones except me. Yeah, but at least you do something, Jenny, so that's good. So, Robert, steampunk, nice people, but I don't like their music. We don't have to like everything. We just have to enjoy things and do like we did back in the 80s, because we couldn't be just one part. We were different alternative together. So we were accepting each other's differences. We accepted that we didn't listen all the same. So we could listen to one song from each and have like this mixtape going on. So everyone was satisfied because you could still hear something you like too. So we need to be open and remember, just be together can be one thing. We don't have to be. It's many goths that have a lot of ungoth friends too. And are you less goth because of that? No, you're not. Be you. That's the only thing that matters. I think the problem is goth is considered scary, where simple is more family friendly. It depends on where you are. Some folks, I think it's still some people that think even steampunk is scary too. So yes, a lot of alternative nightclubs tend to be aimed people who are going to university, so they will probably be on weekdays. Yeah, plus in bigger cities like, for an example, Gothenburg, that is 30-40 minutes drive with me at least by car, and then you have to go to the area where the club is. So they're usually that time, but if you live in Gothenburg, it's so much easier. But if I'm gonna spend over an hour before I coming home, then I'm gonna take off the makeup and everything, come to bed, then I don't have any time to sleep. So that's hard too. It's now into my whole life is in my phone. My husband had his phone nicked and it was a nightmare. I can understand that, Jenny, I understand. I know I personally scare a lot of people when I'm dressed outside of work or going to the club. Yeah, but that is because they don't know you. If they know you, they probably think just something completely different. So it's before they know. It's always that thing when people don't know things, they are scared for them too. And it don't have to be goths, it can be something else too. And you are judging of what you're seeing and what you think it is. But then you start to know some people in a certain way that maybe are goths and that. And then you realize they are really sweet, they are nice people. So everything can change. Goth used to be considered scary, but now it's getting fetishized. Yeah, but that is by another type of group of people. It's not by alternative people or people that are more normal too. It's extreme on the other edge, if you know what I mean. So, to be honest, I'd rather be scared of me even try objectify me happening in lockdown. It was very annoying. We never had lockdown over here, thanks God. So we could live more or less very normally. But it was still some rules, but I think I'm happy that I live in the country I lived in because we didn't have that type of problem. So, have a nice show then, Lucky, and I hope to see you soon. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stay because we've been here for a long time already, and yeah, I want to join travel too. If he's taking a nap, at least he got some nap time. I don't know what he's doing. I know that he do his models too, and he think I'm that annoying goth that jumping around, sounding too much. So he preferred me to actually go and do a live. So, but yeah, it's very fun. I hope you have a really nice day. And yeah, I think I'm gonna end this day. And if you want me to discuss something else in a future live stream, you can put it down when this is re-upload or something. Put down a request if we're gonna talk about something special, because we can have a live stream that is just for that thing too. Because then I could maybe decide an exact date and which time. So maybe it suits as many as possible, and people might be there that are interesting too. So, but I hope everybody gonna enjoy the day, and I hope you stay safe, stay weird, and be nice to each others. And thanks for watching. And remember, you're coming a lot with respect. And if you give someone else a smile, you might change that day a lot. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.